Okay, here we go. This is game 2 between Insomniac311 and THEBOSSY, and this is game 2, best of 3. And the Bossy won the first game, and now Insomniac chose Nesthorn as the map, and Insomniac is here on the upper left side, and he's still in the saucer, and Bossy is down at the bottom right, and he is still using the bomber. And now very standard openings here. Insomniac with the probes. This will be the classic rush for mid on Nesthorn. And Bossy has runners, so this will probably go to Insomniac. Oh, especially Bossy was a little late. Insomniac does claim mid, and he has the extra probes for the defensive spam. He will put his Dillos down. Bossy is meleeing at mid, and it does go to green. But there are 4 Dillos here. Bossy has 4 runners, 4 defensive spam, and Insomniac is bringing 4 creeps to try to retake this. Bossy does drop a Seeker, but it does go neutral, and it does go back to Insomniac. Insomniac bringing over another Dillo. Bossy does go down there, and Insomniac not stopping with the doing a really good job putting the pressure, bringing a Dillo over to Bossy's close. It is shooting it down. Bossy will take this out pretty quickly, but Insomniac bringing creeps over, spraying them out very nicely, but one does go down, so this will definitely not be able to go to Blue's control. Bossy with the defensive runners, and there are only 2 creeps here, but Insomniac does have firm control, well, pretty good control of mid here. He is bringing out more Dillos. He's bringing out a hat. Bossy is just using creeps to secure his forward here. And Insomniac just doing a quick scouting run. Has another moneymaker in queue, doing very well with his economy here, with his macro. He has 1 available pad left. He could use that for a moneymaker. Bossy doing quick scout, actually harassing here, trying to take out a moneymaker. Insomniac does bring it out. He has another moneymaker in queue, probably for that mid spot, but that one moneymaker does go down, so he will have to queue another if he does want a full pads of moneymakers. Bossy has just doing the classic Dillo spam that is so prevalent right now. There's so many Dillos over here in his queue, and he has 4 out on the field already. Insomniac with the... Okay, he is going to just put them here in the bunkers to further secure his mid. And he does drop another one at Bossy's close, which Bossy will... no, he just drops 1 Dillo to take care of it. He picks up a loose moneymaker and drops it, but Insomniac is bringing over a Dillo to try to get something, to try to get a moneymaker down, but Bossy does intercept very well, and he will take down that Dillo. But Insomniac dropping 1 at the front door here, and he is shooting at a moneymaker. Bossy dropping an armed Dillo to respond, picks up the moneymaker under attack, and saves it. Now Insomniac diverts his attention to shooting at the front door. Bossy drops a total of 3, looked like it was going to be 4 Dillos. He has 1 in his cargo, and that other Dillo dropped on the side does go down. Still with the Dillo spam, there's only Dillos out on the field for Bossy. I don't know if he might have 1 or 2, 1 with Seeker or so, but it's just all Dillos all day, and it's just non-stop. It's just spamming that Dillo button. And there are 2 artillery over here for Insomniac, but that 1 Dillo does go down. He needs to put more defense out here in the front. Bossy is bringing 2 Dillos over here to Insomniac's forward to probably distract. No, he's actually bringing even more. Insomniac is putting all of his concentration here in mid, and Bossy does have 4 Dillos up there. He does neutralize that base, and he is grabbing creeps. And Insomniac has not responded yet. He is still trying to deal with this Dillo out here over at mid, and Bossy grabs Insomniac's forward, and he is reinforcing it by bunkering infantry. And now there are 4 Dillos out here for Bossy to defend. Insomniac grabs the Dillo and puts it down, I guess just in case there is a quick push here to his fort. But Bossy has that locked down with a lot of Dillos, is going to kill his moneymaker, while Insomniac drops these creeps over here. and shoots at, what is he shooting at? I think he's shooting at creeps, but Bossy quickly takes care of this with his melee, and is now, he's great, grabbed runners. He is going for Bossy's close. There is already one creep here, and he has 3 Dillos in queue going straight for the base, and Insomniac is just putting a bunch of Dillos right here in mid for some reason. I guess he's trying to push, but Bossy already has control of both of his side's outposts, and he's taken out a moneymaker. And now Insomniac is sending these to capture, at least to capture, maybe to attack. Let's see, he is sending them, but Bossy took down every moneymaker over there, and now he comes back to respond. Insomniac did send them to attack. So they are just running right past this, getting hit by all those Dillos that are right there. And Insomniac has 2 Dillos in his cargo now, and brings them to the other side of this this opening here. But Bossy just rips them up, and Insomniac ends up only bringing a single Dillo right here, and that'll die very quickly. It gets pretty much 0 health off of that fort, but. And Bossy is now returning to the Insomniac's close, and there are 8 Dillos out here, and Bossy is bringing 2 over to the front, over to the fort. Insomniac does not get that, does not get the save on that Dillo. He does drop one to block, and he brings the hat back. No, he doesn't. Okay, now it's back, and he is putting down more Dillos for defense. But Bossy has so many Dillos out here, he could probably just send these all to attack, but Insomniac has 21,000 credits in his reserves right now, and he's queuing up a lot of patchers. Now Bossy is dropping a lot of Dillos at mid, and this will probably neutralize mid. He has both outposts that are really close here. Actually, he has 3 outposts. Actually, every outpost except for mid. Now it gets neutralized. Now Insomniac has barely any units over here, and Bossy has a lot of Dillos, and there is nothing but a hat over here for Insomniac. Insomniac does drop some artillery to shoot at this forward here for Bossy, but Bossy does see it, and he is just going to rip them up right there, and they are going to go down very quickly. And Insomniac is bringing creeps to try to retake his close, but there's so many green units over there, so many green Dillos over there, even if it does get neutralized, and the 4 creeps go in, it'll go back to neutral immediately, and Bossy does respond fast enough to take all those creeps out. And now Insomniac just dropping a lot of Dillos right here in front of the fort, but there is just, it's a 47 to 115 upkeep difference here. And just trying to take what he can with these creeps, but it's not going to be able to do anything. All Bossy has to do is follow him around and slash up whatever he drops, because there's nothing that, and he has well defended his fort, and Insomniac can't even really drop and shoot himself. And there are artillery going down, and there are a lot of Dillos here, and it's going to be way too much for Insomniac to defend against. Bossy has a 121 upkeep number here, and there's a Seeker coming out, and just more and more units. Now Insomniac has 15,000 credits. If he spams Dillos and artillery, he might be able to get back in this. But Bossy takes him down in that exchange, and now there is only... yeah, there's just a big turtle in front of the fort that is just getting demolished by this artillery, and there is just it's just a waiting game. Just Bossy just needs to, make enough units. He has them all scattered around the map. If he just gathered them around, but he is doing bombing runs. If he just does this enough, he'll be able to take out all these units over here and just push with whatever small force of units he has here, which is about, I don't know, 7 or 8 Dillos. But Insomniac does have the grinder over here, and oh, he has 2. He did hide one behind the trees, and there are 2 grinders over here going at it. Bossy really has to micro these out of the way if he wants to save them, which he is doing. and he does drop to the low ground to attack, but it is not close enough to the grinders to be able to get any damage off. And the grinders are ripping up these Dillos and Seekers. There is almost nothing left here for Bossy on this side of his outpost, but there is more coming out, and Bossy does have Goliaths queued up. But this outpost does get neutralized, and Insomniac has nothing but grinders in queue. Bossy has two Goliaths, and selling his Dillos, queuing up a full queue of Goliaths now. And Insomniac with these creeps, let's see what he tries to do. He is going to go for mid. Yes, there is not much here. This is probably the least defended area that Bossy has. And Bossy is just bringing his units back from that close. Insomniac abducting one Dillo, but Bossy does respond very quickly. Well, not very quickly, but in time. And shoots. Insomniac does go down. And Bossy cleans up the rest of these non-green units here, including the abducted one. And Insomniac responds, but it is probably too late. There are a lot of Goliaths coming. There are 4 Goliaths already completely built, 5 actually. 4 already coming in. A lot of Dillos here, and he is sending a Seeker also. Another Goliath finishes. Is he going to bring it out of queue, or is he going to pick up the Dillo? He does pick up the Goliath. Insomniac has completely retaken that fort, or that outpost, but he has all of his grinders over here. He needs to start ferrying them over using blinkers, and he is doing that. But will it be enough to thwart these 6 Goliath Seekers and Dillos here? All the Dillos are down, but there are 2 grinders trying to take down these Goliaths, but it's probably not going to be enough here. Insomniac drops a hat. He needs to have more grinders to be able to take care of this. He is trying to... Bossy goes down. And he is trying to abduct here. Oh, but it's too little too late, and he does go down. Game 2 and the series goes to Bossy. This is RUI, and that's game. See you next time.